let's say for all intents and purposes that up to now vaccines have done good,
Mhm.
and that you would work on cures and vaccines, but for some reason the government couldn't get the emergency use of vaccines out there without if there had been any cures.
What would be the response from a mature species to the incoming or visitation of a virus that affects the whole world, that is scientifically sound and leads us in that direction of sustainability and inclusivity? Like, how do we mature in our response to this?
Well, the mature response would have been to do both cures and start developing a vaccine. If you didn't know, exactly what this disease was, yes, you would probably start working on a vaccine. Although I'm not sure that they work on physiological levels, but even the ones in the past, there are some odd issues about them. But let's say for all intents and purposes that up to now vaccines have done good,
Mhm.
and that you would work on cures and vaccines, but for some reason the government couldn't get the emergency use of vaccines out there without if there had been any cures. Now, we know that the cures work. We know so many places in the world, and occasionally somebody says something about it. Even Biden's chief COVID officer was on mainstream news one night saying he had just learned about cures from Mexico, and who was that canned quickly. He wasn't allowed to say that again. And many journalists have come out and said, we're not allowed to talk about cures. And so this clampdown on cures is the strangest thing from any rational perspective. And it's the thing that I want to focus on most is, look, people, if so many people out there in the world are healing this disease with medications that are cheap and supplements that are inexpensive as well, let's focus on what we need to build our immune systems. We have to keep on fighting against the toxification of our food supply.
Mhm.
We must do that, or we're going to kill ourselves off. We've already destroyed fertility and all kinds of things, this way. So, can we focus on the positive things that we should be pushing?